Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is our English lesson for grade 2 high school. Our topic is still identity and culture, and today we will talk, or actually continue talking, about differences across cultures. We will have a lot to do in today's lesson, as you will try to remember all the examples of a culture that we have mentioned so far. You will also reconsider your own attitudes. We will analyze the concept of time, nonverbal communication, and etiquette in different cultures. And finally, your task would be to write an email. All you need for this lesson is your notebook and a pen or pencil. You have internet connection, I suppose. You have your smartphones, personal computers, or laptops. So let us begin. What you will see in the slides that follow are photos. While watching, please write in your notebooks examples of cultures that you associate with the photos. Ready? What we have seen in these photos are different examples of different ways of life. If you remember the first two, this is not the way people live all around the world. It's something typical. We have also seen examples of different architecture. Here in these last two photos, we see examples of different customs, even traditions. Let's revise a bit more. Please think of examples and write them down. Examples of subsurface culture. So what did we say? What is subsurface culture? Just to help you a bit, norms and values. Take your time, you can stop the video and write down the examples. Also, continue adding examples of deep culture. Again, a hint to help you. These are personal beliefs and assumptions. Take your time, write down as many examples as you remember. Okay, we are ready now for our next task. It focuses on you. You will listen to short descriptions of various situations, and I would like you to answer these questions or these descriptions for yourself. It's nothing complicated. Trust me, just think about it and answer. Ready? Let us start. Your homework is due on Monday morning. When do you usually do it? During the week, so you can relax over the weekend, just before you go to school, or you will bring it sometime during the week to come. Be honest. Next one. You agreed to meet your friend at 6. When do you arrive? On time? 15 minutes late? Or the time is not fixed. Around 6. Even 6:30 is fine. Next one. When you talk to your friends, do you touch their hands and arms while talking? Do you feel comfortable when a person stands close to you? The next one. When you talk to a grown-up, do you maintain eye contact? Now please talk to your family members and ask them the same questions. How different are their answers? In this activity, we focused on the concept of time. We mentioned deadlines and being punctual. We also talked about communication, physical touching. We talked about eye contact. These are the aspects of culture that are very important. They are subtle and they differ greatly. So let's see how different are these concepts in different cultures. You will listen to two speakers now. They will talk about concept of time, nonverbal communication, and social etiquette in their cultures. Please listen very carefully and make notes. Copy this table in your notebooks. Are you ready? Our first speaker is Sule Emmanuel from Nigeria. Listen very carefully and make notes.
My name is Sule Emmanuel Egia. I am from Nigeria. I am going to talk about cultural differences as they regard the concept of time, non-verbal communication, and social etiquette. In my culture, the concept of time used to be predicated on the rising and falling of the sun. People had ways of indicating time, such as hitting the gong or listening to nature, such as the cock crow in the morning, in the afternoon. So people were used to this and were practicing this until Western communication came and brought the clock. But it does seem that people are no longer prompt with the clock today. Nonverbal communication is something that is very crucial to us. Hand gestures, eye contact, body movements, even the movements of handheld objects such as walking stick could mean a lot. And nonverbal communication is often seen among people who are intimate, maybe belonging to the same family. Social etiquette is very important to the fabric of my society. People are told to act in certain ways to show respect to the old, to the elders, and to the society. For instance, um, people are asked not to argue or exchange words with people who are older than them. And as a result of that, you find the younger people having to listen and obey the older people without arguing with them. Um, if you see an older person carrying a load or a bag, whatever, you should be able to go and assist the person, whether you know the person or not, just because the person is an elderly person or an older person. I hope that these explanations make sense to you. Thank you.
What have we learned about Nigeria? Now we know that in Nigeria, people respect the concept of time. True or false? False. Nonverbal communication is acceptable in familiar, intimate settings. True or false? True. Respect for the elder members in the society is highly important. True or false? True. And the last one. Young people are free to make their own choices. That is false. Great. You are ready now for speaker 2. You will listen to Päivi Nilivaara from Finland. Again, listen carefully and please make notes.
Hello, my name is Livija and I come from Finland. You may have heard that we Finns are quiet, shy and reserved, and we keep distance to other people. I have to tell, they are mostly fake news. Finns' manners are clearly European and we are quite relaxed and easygoing people. But yes, we may need our own personal space. For example, at the bus stop, we want to stand alone instead of talking to somebody. Or in a cafe, we choose an empty table. The worst Finnish nightmare is getting into an elevator with somebody else. Staring the door is a good strategy then. We are not very good in small talk, and we do like quietness. We don't easily open conversation with strangers unless we have something very important to say. We also hardly ever interrupt other person's speech. We respect it by listening carefully, not commenting. And silent moments, they're just okay for us. We take words very seriously, and if we say something, we really mean it. For example, if I say, let's have a coffee sometime, I am expecting it to happen. I want to have a coffee with you. So be aware of that whenever you come to Finland. When meeting people, we shake hands strongly and briefly. Eye contact is important, and maybe a nod of the head as well. We usually don't touch with both hands, and we never kiss. Never. Oh, well, we are good in kissing, but we save it to special occasions. But with family and friends, we love to hug. A warm and long hug tells that you are important for me. We Finns have serious attitude towards time as well. We are very precise and punctual with schedules and deadlines. If we have a meeting, we are there on time, usually even a few minutes before. Being late is embarrassing, and we have to have a very good reason to be late. So lessons in schools, concerts and movies begin just on time here. Even we take so many things seriously, we are not serious people. We make jokes, even about ourselves. We laugh and have fun. Well, maybe you don't always realize it from our facial expressions, but the emotions are there. But when a Finn wins in any sports competition, you can see and hear it very clearly. Because we just love sports and we have a strong national identity. According to a late research, Finland is the happiest country in the entire world. Yes, we are happy. Just the way we are. Bye.
What do we know about Finland now? Personal space is not important to the Finns. True or false? False. When you talk to a Finn, expect to be interrupted. This is also false. Shaking hands is acceptable when we're meeting somebody. True or false? True. Being late is considered rude in Finland. True or false? True. Very rude. And the last one. Finland is the happiest country in the world. True or false? True. Well done. Before we finish our lessons today, let us quickly revise expressing time. So we measure time in minutes, hours, days, weeks, and so on. And these are the three prepositions that we mostly use when expressing time. At, on, and in. So at is used, for example, in these expressions. At noon, at 2 o'clock, at night, at present, at the same time, at sunrise, at bedtime. On is used with days and dates. On Sunday, on Fridays, on April the 7th, on Tuesday morning. And we use in when we refer to a bit longer periods of time. In summer, in May, in 1978, in the 1990s, in the future, in the next century. This was easy, right? What we mentioned today is the deadline. And here are some useful verbs and expressions you can use with this word. We can have a deadline and we can work to a deadline. Somebody can impose or set a deadline. We can also extend a deadline if we know that we will not be able to do something on time, or we can meet the deadline. The deadline can be approaching, it can expire, and it can pass. All of these will be very useful in your next task. Your final task, your homework, is to write an email. You have a friend from Egypt. His name is Matt. You've been exchanging emails for some time now, and in his last email, he asked you to tell him more about your culture. So this is what you will write in your email. Typical examples of surface culture. Please provide description and explanation of at least 5 examples. You will also add description and explanation of at least 3 examples of subsurface and deep culture. In this paragraph, one of the examples must be concept of time. Now think about the questions in the introduction of this lesson. Think about the way our speakers talked about time in their videos. That's important when we discuss concept of time. In order to help you with this assignment, here is a checklist. Please go through the checklist. You can always come back to it and check. Do you have all parts of your email? The address, the subject? Did you write hello at the beginning and love or best regards in the end? Do you have 5 examples and descriptions in your first paragraph concerning surface culture? Are there 3 examples and descriptions in the second paragraph related to subsurface and deep culture, one of them being concept of time? Please check your grammar. Are all tenses properly used? And check your vocabulary. Please be careful of the spelling. You will send your homework, this assignment, to your teacher. I hope this video was fun for you. Take time and do your task. Please stay home and stay safe. Till our next lesson, bye everybody.